Good morning, everyone. Have you ever felt like you're stuck in a rut, like nothing seems to be moving forward? It's in these moments that we often fail to see the small but powerful signs that change is right around the corner. Today, I want to share with you 7 signs that your life is about to change for the better. Have you ever had that nagging feeling that something just isn't right? Maybe you wake up every morning feeling uninspired, or your daily routine has started to feel monotonous. This discomfort isn't a punishment, it's a signal. It's life's way of nudging you towards something better. When you feel uneasy in your current situation, it means you're outgrowing it. Discomfort is often the first sign of transformation. Think about a butterfly in its cocoon. Before it emerges into something beautiful, it goes through a period of struggle and darkness. The same applies to us. If you feel like you're stuck in a job, a relationship, or a lifestyle that no longer fulfills you, it's not because you're failing, it's because you're meant for something greater. Many people mistake this uneasiness for failure or bad luck. They think, why am I suddenly unhappy with what used to be fine? But the truth is, growth requires discomfort. When we start feeling uneasy, it means we're beginning to realize that we deserve more. This realization is uncomfortable because it challenges us to step outside of what we know. Think about a plant that has outgrown its pot. If it stays confined in that small space, its roots will tangle and it won't reach its full potential. But if it's transplanted into a bigger pot, it will have room to expand and flourish. You are that plant. If you're feeling constrained, it's because your current environment can no longer support your growth. This discomfort can manifest in many ways. Maybe you feel drained after spending time with certain people. Maybe your job, once exciting, now feels meaningless. Maybe you're longing for something, but you can't quite put finger on what it is. These emotions aren't random, they're signs that change is on the horizon. Fear often comes with discomfort. The thought of leaving behind what's familiar can be terrifying. You might wonder, what if I fail? What if things don't work out? But instead of viewing discomfort as something to be feared, see it as an invitation to explore, to take risks, and to chase after what truly fulfills you. It's important to trust these feelings. Instead of ignoring them or convincing yourself that you should just be grateful, ask yourself what your discomfort is trying to teach you. Maybe it's time to pursue a passion you've been putting off. Maybe it's time to set boundaries in your relationships. Or maybe it's time to take a leap of faith into the unknown. Every major life change starts with a period of discomfort. The most successful people in the world didn't get there by staying in their comfort zones. They got there because they recognized their unease as a call to action. They understood that feeling uncomfortable was a sign that they were on the brink of something life-changing. So if you're feeling uncomfortable where you are right now, don't ignore it. Lean into it. Let it push you toward the changes you've been afraid to make. Because on the other side of discomfort is transformation, and your next chapter is waiting to be written. That opportunities often come in subtle ways. They don't always announce themselves with a grand entrance or flashing lights. Sometimes they show up as small shifts in your routine, unexpected conversations, or a random idea that keeps coming back to you. If you've been noticing new doors opening even slightly, it's a strong indication that your life is preparing for a positive shift. One of the biggest mistakes people make is overlooking opportunities simply because they don't look the way they expected. You might think that a life-changing opportunity has to be a perfect job offer, a sudden financial windfall, or a big breakthrough. But more often than not, opportunities come disguised as challenges, small risks, or invitations that seem insignificant at first. I think about a time when you had the chance to try something new but hesitated. Maybe someone recommended a book that later changed your mindset. Maybe a coworker mentioned a job opening, but you weren't sure if you were qualified. These seemingly small moments are actually stepping stones to bigger things. The key is to recognize them and take action before they pass by. Opportunities often come when we least expect them. You might suddenly find yourself meeting new people who inspire you or receiving advice that shifts your perspective. You might come across an online course that sparks a new passion or stumble upon a project that excites you in a way nothing has before. These are not coincidences, they are signals that life is aligning you with your next step. It's easy to feel skeptical when opportunities start appearing, especially if you face setbacks in the past. You might question whether you're ready, whether you're good enough, or whether it's too risky. But if an opportunity keeps showing up, if you keep thinking about it, or if something excites you even though it scares you, it's worth exploring. The best opportunities often require a leap of faith. Sometimes opportunities present themselves as challenges. A job loss might push you toward a career you truly love. A breakup might make space for a healthier, more fulfilling relationship. A financial struggle might inspire you to develop a skill that leads to new income streams. What seems like a setback is often life's way of redirecting you towards something better. Your mindset plays a huge role in how you perceive opportunities. If you believe that good things are coming, you'll start to see possibilities where others see obstacles. If you train yourself to say yes more often, yes to new experiences, yes to learning, yes to taking chances, you'll find that opportunities multiply. The more open you are, the more doors will appear. It's also important to take action when an opportunity arises. Many people recognize opportunities but hesitate to act because they fear failure or rejection. But the truth is, the opportunity itself isn't what changes your life, it's what you do with it. Every successful person has one thing in common. They took action when opportunities presented themselves, even when they were uncertain. If you've been noticing new chances popping up in your life, take them seriously. They may seem small now, but they could lead to something much bigger than you ever imagined. Stay alert, trust your instincts, and be willing to take that first step, even if it feels uncomfortable. One of the most powerful signs that your life is about to change for the better is when you start attracting the right people into your life. These are individuals who inspire you, support your growth, and challenge you to become the best version of yourself. They may come in the form of mentors, friends, colleagues, or even strangers, suddenly seem to appear at just the right moment. Have you ever noticed how certain people seem to drain your energy while others lift you up? When your life is about to shift, you naturally start distancing yourself from those who no longer align with your journey. You may find yourself losing interest in negative conversations, gossip, or relationships that no longer serve you. This isn't a coincidence, it's a sign that your mindset and energy are shifting towards something greater. As you grow, your energy changes and the universe responds by bringing people into your life who match your new frequency. These people will encourage you, introduce you to new ideas, and provide opportunities that align with your goals. They may offer advice, share their experiences, or simply remind you that you are capable of achieving more than you think. It's important to recognize that attracting the right people often means letting go of the wrong ones. Sometimes this process can be painful. You might feel lonely for a while as old friendships fade away, but this is a necessary part of growth. Holding on to relationships that keep you stuck will only slow down your progress. Trust that the right people will arrive when you create space for them. The people you attract into your life are a reflection of your own mindset and energy. If you're constantly surrounded by negativity, doubt, or criticism, it may be time to look inward and shift your perspective. When you start believing in yourself, working on your dreams, and radiating positivity, you'll notice that the people around you begin to change as well. Sometimes the right people show up unexpectedly. It could be a chance encounter, a coffee shop, a random conversation with a coworker, or a connection made through social media. These meetings are not accidental, they are a part of your journey. Be open to new relationships and recognize that the people entering your life now may play a crucial role in your future success. It's also essential to nurture these connections. When you meet someone who aligns with your vision, invest in that relationship. Be supportive, express gratitude, and offer value in return. Strong, meaningful connections don't just happen. They are built over time through trust, mutual respect, and shared growth. The right people will push you out of your comfort zone. They won't let you settle for less than you deserve. They will challenge your limiting beliefs, encourage you to take risks, and remind you of your potential. If you find yourself surrounded by individuals who genuinely want to see you succeed, take it as a sign that your life is moving in the right direction. Every major transformation in life is linked to the people you surround yourself with. Pay attention to who is entering your life, who is leaving, and how these shifts make you feel. When you start attracting the right people, it's a clear indication that you are stepping into a new and exciting phase of your journey. One of the clearest signs that your life is about to change for the better is when you find yourself letting go of the past. Whether it's past mistakes, regrets, toxic relationships, or old versions of yourself, releasing what no longer serves you creates space for new opportunities, growth, and happiness. Letting go isn't always easy, but it is necessary if you want to step into a brighter future. Many people hold on to the past because it feels familiar. Even when past experiences are painful, they provide a sense of comfort simply because they are known. The fear of the unknown can make you cling to memories, people, or situations that have already run their course. But the moment you start realizing that holding onto the past is preventing you from moving forward, you are already on the path to transformation. Letting go doesn't mean forgetting or pretending that past events didn't happen. It means choosing not to let them define you anymore. You may have made mistakes, faced heartbreak, or endured hardships, but those experiences do not have to dictate your future. The moment you shift your perspective and see the past as a lesson rather than a limitation, you free yourself from its grip. One major sign that you are letting go is when you stop replaying past events in your mind. You no longer dwell on what went wrong, what you could have done differently, or what you lost. Instead, you focus on what you can do today. Your energy shifts from regret to hope, from nostalgia to excitement for what lies ahead. This is a powerful indication that your life is about to change for the better. Another sign is that you start forgiving not just others, but yourself. Holding on to resentment, whether towards someone who wronged you or toward yourself for past choices, only weighs you down. When you truly forgive, you free yourself from emotional baggage that has been keeping you stuck. Forgiveness is not about excusing bad behavior, it's about choosing peace over pain. You may also notice that you're decluttering not just emotionally but physically. Many times our attachment to the past is reflected in the things we hold on to. When you start clearing out old belongings, reorganizing your space, or getting rid of things that no longer represent who you are, it's a sign that you are mentally and emotionally making room for a new chapter in your life. Letting go often brings a sense of relief. At first it may feel uncomfortable, like losing a part of yourself. But as you release what no longer serves you, you'll feel lighter, more at peace, and more in tune with your true self. You'll stop trying to force things to stay the same and instead allow life to unfold naturally, trusting that better things are on their way. You may also notice that the way you respond to triggers has changed. Things that used to upset you no longer have the same power over you. Conversations that once caused you stress no longer bother you as much. This emotional growth is a sign that you have detached from past pain and are stepping into a new version of yourself, one that is stronger, wiser, and ready for positive change. The beauty of letting go is that it doesn't just close old doors, it opens new ones. Once you stop holding on to past versions of yourself, past expectations and past disappointments, you allow life to surprise you. Opportunities, relationships, and experiences that were once blocked by your attachment to the past can finally find their way to you. And when they do, you realize that letting go was never about losing it, was about making room for something even better. One of the most powerful indicators that your life is about to change for the better is when you notice a shift in your mindset. The way you think, react, and perceive the world begins to evolve. And you start focusing on possibilities rather than limitations. This transformation doesn't happen overnight, but as your thoughts become more aligned with growth and positivity, your external reality starts to reflect those internal changes. You might notice that you no longer dwell on problems as much as you used to. Instead of constantly worrying about what could go wrong, you begin to focus on solutions. Challenges that once seemed overwhelming now appear as opportunities for learning and self-improvement. You start realizing that setbacks are not roadblocks, but stepping stones guiding you towards something better. Another sign of a mindset shift is that you become more aware of your self-talk. In the past, you may have criticized yourself, doubted your abilities, or talked yourself out of trying new things. But now you catch those negative thoughts and replace them with encouragement. Instead of saying, "I'm not good enough," you tell yourself, "I am learning, growing, and capable of success." This internal dialogue change is a major indicator that you are moving toward a better version of yourself. Gratitude also starts to play a bigger role in your life. You begin to appreciate what you have instead of constantly focusing on what's missing. Small joys like a beautiful sunrise, a meaningful conversation, or progress in your personal goals bring you genuine happiness. Gratitude shifts your energy, and when you consistently practice it, you attract more things to be grateful for. You may also find yourself becoming more resilient. Things that used to shake you emotionally no longer have the same impact. Instead of feeling defeated by failure, you see it as part of the journey. You understand that mistakes and setbacks are natural, and you don't let them define you. This emotional strength allows you to handle life's uncertainties with a sense of calm and confidence. Another key aspect of a mindset shift is the way you view success. In the past, you may have compared yourself to others or measured your worth based on external achievements. But now, you define success on your own terms. Whether it's personal growth, happiness, or making progress toward a meaningful goal, you recognize that true success is about fulfillment, not just material accomplishments. As your mindset shifts, you start making different choices. You surround yourself with uplifting and supportive people rather than those who drain your energy. You invest time in activities that bring you joy and contribute to your growth. You stop procrastinating on things that matter and take intentional steps toward the future you want to create. These small but significant actions show that you are ready for positive change. Fear begins to lose its grip on you. You might still feel afraid when stepping into the unknown, but instead of letting fear hold you back, you use it as motivation. You understand that growth requires stepping outside of your comfort zone, and rather than resisting it, you embrace it. Fear no longer controls your decisions, your vision for a better life does. Perhaps the most noticeable sign of a mindset shift is that you start believing in yourself. You trust that you are capable of handling whatever comes your way. You no longer wait for perfect conditions to start. You take action with what you have. This newfound confidence fuels you to pursue your dreams, and as you do, life begins to unfold in ways you never imagined. One of the biggest signs that your life is about to change for the better is when you start feeling a deep, undeniable urge for something different. It's not just a passing thought or a fleeting desire, it's a strong pull toward change that keeps growing inside you. You may not even know exactly what needs to change, but you feel restless, as if your current reality no longer fits who you are becoming. This desire for change often begins as subtle discomfort. Maybe your daily routine, which once felt fine, now seems repetitive and unfulfilling. You might start questioning your job, your relationships, or even the way you spend your time. The things that used to bring you satisfaction no longer feel the same, and you find yourself wondering if there's something more waiting for you. You might also notice that your dreams and goals are shifting. The things you once wanted may no longer excite you, and new aspirations start taking their place. This is a sign that you are growing and evolving. Your old goals were meant for a past version of yourself, but now your heart is calling you towards something bigger and better. Pay attention to these shifts. They are guiding you toward your next chapter. As your desire for change grows, you may start feeling a mix of excitement and fear. Change can be intimidating, especially when you don't have a clear path forward. You might worry about making the wrong choice, leaving behind what's familiar, or facing uncertainty. But deep down, you know that staying the same is no longer an option. The discomfort of remaining stuck is now greater than the fear of the unknown. Your interests may begin to change as well. You might feel drawn to new books, podcasts, or conversations that inspire growth. You could find yourself seeking out information about new careers, hobbies, or lifestyles that never interested you before. This isn't random. It's your intuition nudging you toward what's next. The more you follow these interests, the more clarity you will gain about the direction you need to take. One major sign that change is coming is when you start feeling impatient with your current situation. It's not that you're ungrateful for what you have, but there's a sense that you've outgrown it. You might feel like time is slipping away and you no longer want to delay the changes you know you need to make. This urgency is a powerful motivator pushing you toward action. You may also notice that you're becoming more willing to take risks. The things that once scared you, whether it's leaving a job, moving to a new place, or starting something new, now seem like necessary steps rather than impossible challenges. This shift in perspective shows that you are preparing yourself mentally and emotionally for the next phase of your journey. People around you may start noticing your energy changing. Some might support and encourage your desire for change, while others may try to convince you to stay the same. This is a test of your commitment to growth. It's important to surround yourself with people who uplift and believe in you rather than those who make you doubt your instincts. At this stage, you may not have all the answers, and that's okay. What matters most is that you're listening to the pull inside you. This desire for change is not random. It's a sign that life is preparing you for something new. If you trust the process and take small steps toward your vision, you will soon find yourself in a reality that feels more aligned with who you are meant to be. One of the clearest signs that your life is about to change for the better is when you stop waiting for things to happen and start taking action. Instead of hoping that life will magically improve on its own, you realize that real transformation requires effort, commitment, and courage. This shift from passive waiting to active doing is what separates those who stay stuck from those who move forward. You may have spent a long time wishing for change, hoping for a better job, a healthier lifestyle, or stronger relationships, but nothing seemed to shift. Now something inside you has changed. You no longer rely on luck, timing, or other people to make things happen for you. Instead, you take full responsibility for your future and start making choices that align with the life you want. Taking action doesn't always mean making huge, dramatic moves. Sometimes it starts with small, consistent steps. Maybe you're applying for new jobs, signing up for a class, improving your daily habits, or networking with people who inspire you. These small actions may not seem life-changing at first, but over time they create momentum that leads to bigger breakthroughs. One major sign that you are stepping into action mode is that you stop making excuses. In the past, you may have told yourself that you weren't ready, that the timing wasn't right, or that you didn't have the resources to move forward. Now, you recognize that waiting for perfect conditions is just another way of delaying progress. You understand that the best time to start is now, even if you don't have everything figured out. Another key shift is that you stop overthinking and start doing. You no longer get stuck in endless planning, analyzing every possible outcome before making a move. Instead, you trust that action itself will bring clarity. You understand that mistakes and setbacks are part of the process, and rather than fearing failure, you see it as a stepping stone toward growth. As you take more action, your confidence begins to grow. The more you push yourself beyond your comfort zone, the more you prove to yourself that you are capable of handling challenges. You start seeing results maybe small at first, but noticeable. This builds momentum, making it easier to keep going and to believe in your ability to create the life you want. When you start taking action, you also begin attracting new opportunities. Instead of waiting for doors to open, you knock on them. Instead of hoping to meet the right people, you put yourself in places where meaningful connections happen. The more proactive you become, the more life responds by bringing you the right circumstances, people, and chances to grow. You also become more adaptable. Taking action doesn't mean everything will go exactly as planned, but it means you are willing to adjust and keep moving forward. If one path doesn't work out, you explore another. If a challenge arises, you face it instead of retreating. This resilience ensures that no matter what happens, you are still progressing toward your goals. Ultimately, when you stop waiting and start acting, you send a powerful message to yourself and the world that you are ready for change. You no longer sit on the sidelines hoping for things to improve. You take control of your own journey. And when you do that, life starts unfolding in ways you never imagined. One of the most powerful signs that your life is about to change for the better is when you start making small positive changes. And those changes begin creating a ripple effect. At first, these shifts may seem minor: waking up earlier, drinking more water, reading a few pages of a book, or setting boundaries with toxic people. But over time, they build momentum and lead to significant transformations. You may not have noticed it right away, but the small choices you've been making are shaping a new version of yourself. Maybe you started exercising for just 10 minutes a day, and now you feel more energetic. Perhaps you've been practicing gratitude each morning, and now you find yourself feeling happier throughout the day. These small efforts compound over time, and before you know it, they lead to major improvements in your mindset, health, relationships, and overall well-being. When you commit to small positive habits, you begin to shift your identity. You no longer see yourself as someone who is stuck, unmotivated, or incapable of change. Instead, you start seeing yourself as someone who is proactive, disciplined, and in control of your life. This identity shift is crucial because the way you perceive yourself influences the actions you take. Once you believe you are capable of transformation, you naturally make choices that align with that belief. Another important aspect of small changes is that they create momentum. When you see progress, even if it's just a little, you feel motivated to keep going. For example, if you start saving a small amount of money each week, over time you see your savings grow, which encourages you to save even more. When you start eating healthy and notice that you feel better, you become more committed to making nutritious choices. Progress fuels further action. Small changes also help you build discipline and consistency. Many people wait for motivation before taking action, but the truth is, motivation often comes after you start, not before. When you commit to small, manageable habits, you prove to yourself that you can follow through on your goals. Over time, this builds confidence, making it easier to tackle bigger challenges. Another sign that small changes are leading to transformation is that you begin attracting new opportunities. As you improve yourself, your energy shifts and the world responds. You may find that people who share your new mindset start appearing in your life, that unexpected opportunities present themselves, or that your efforts start being recognized in ways you didn't expect. This is the universe's way of reinforcing that you're on the right path. Small positive changes also help you develop resilience. As you grow, challenges will still arise, but instead of feeling overwhelmed, you now have healthier ways to handle them. Because you've built better habits such as practicing gratitude, maintaining a growth mindset, or taking care of your health, you are better equipped to navigate obstacles and keep moving forward. At some point, you may look back and realize just how far you've come. What started as minor adjustments has now created a completely new reality for you. The stress, negativity, or self-doubt you once felt has faded, replaced by a sense of purpose, confidence, and clarity. This transformation didn't happen all at once. It happened because of the small, consistent steps you took every day. It's important to remember that big changes don't always come from one dramatic decision or event. Often they are the result of steady, intentional improvements made over time. When you commit to even the smallest positive change, you set yourself on a path that can completely transform your life in ways you never imagined. One of the strongest signs that your life is about to change for the better is when you start trusting the process and believing in new possibilities. Instead of doubting every step you take or fearing the unknown, you begin to have faith that things are unfolding exactly as they should. This shift in mindset allows you to release unnecessary stress and embrace life with more confidence and openness. Trusting the process doesn't mean you have all the answers or that everything will happen exactly as you planned. It means accepting that growth and change take time, and that even when things seem uncertain, there is a greater plan at work. You start to understand that setbacks, delays, and unexpected turns are not signs of failure, but part of the journey leading you to where you're meant to be. Believing in new possibilities means allowing yourself to dream beyond what you once thought was possible. In the past, you may have limited yourself based on what you've seen or experienced, but now you start to realize that there is so much more available to you. You open your mind to opportunities that you once dismissed, and you start envisioning a future that excites and inspires you. You also begin to see evidence that life is guiding you in the right direction. Maybe you meet someone who introduces you to a new opportunity, or you come across a book or message that gives you clarity on what to do next. These small signs reassure you that you are on the right path, and the more you trust them, the more you attract situations that align with your growth. Letting go of the need for control is another key part of trusting the process. You no longer force things to happen or obsess over every detail. Instead, you take inspired action and allow things to unfold naturally. You recognize that some things are beyond your control, and rather than resisting change, you embrace it with an open heart. This makes the journey much more enjoyable and fulfilling. When you trust the process, you also develop greater resilience. You no longer view challenges as permanent obstacles, but as temporary lessons. Instead of giving up when things don't go as planned, you adapt and keep moving forward. You understand that every setback is simply redirection towards something better, and this perspective helps you stay positive and motivated. Another sign that you are embracing new possibilities is that you stop settling for less than you deserve. You no longer accept situations that don't align with your values, and you become more intentional about the people and opportunities you allow into your life. You believe that something greater is out there for you, and because of this belief, you naturally start attracting it. Your self-belief also strengthens as you trust the process. You begin to see yourself as capable, worthy, and deserving of success and happiness. The doubts and insecurities that once held you back start to fade, replaced by a quiet confidence that you are exactly where you need to be. This inner trust allows you to take bold steps toward your dreams without being paralyzed by fear. Ultimately, when you trust the process and believe in new possibilities, life begins to open up in ways you never imagined. You move from a place of fear and hesitation to a place of faith and excitement. And as you continue on this path, you realize that the journey itself is just as important as the destination. One of the biggest indicators that your life is about to change for the better is when you stop resisting change and start embracing it. Change is often uncomfortable, unpredictable, and even scary, but it is necessary for growth. When you shift your perspective and see change as an opportunity rather than a threat, you open the door to new possibilities and a better future. Many people fear change because it disrupts their sense of stability. You may have spent years building a routine, establishing relationships, or working toward a certain goal, only to find yourself facing unexpected shifts. It's natural to feel uneasy at first, but resisting change only creates frustration and stagnation. When you learn to accept and even welcome change, you start to move forward instead of feeling stuck. A powerful way to embrace change is by shifting your mindset. Instead of asking, why is this happening to me? Ask, what is this teaching me? Every change, whether positive or difficult, carries a lesson. Some changes push you out of situations that no longer serve you, while others introduce you to new opportunities you never considered before. When you look at change as a guide rather than an obstacle, you begin to navigate life with more ease and confidence. Another important part of embracing change is trusting yourself. When faced with uncertainty, you might doubt your ability to handle it. But if you look back at your life, you'll see that you have already overcome challenges, adapted to new situations, and grown stronger from past experiences. Reminding yourself of your resilience will help you move forward with faith rather than fear. Change often forces you out of your comfort zone, which can be intimidating, but this is where the most growth happens. The comfort zone may feel safe, but it is also limiting. The life you truly want exists beyond it. By taking small steps into the unknown, whether it's pursuing a new career, moving to a different city, or ending unhealthy relationships, you allow yourself to grow into the person you are meant to be. One of the most exciting aspects of embracing change is the discovery of new possibilities. When you stop clinging to what is familiar, you make room for better things to enter your life. You might find yourself drawn to new passions, meeting people who inspire you, or stepping into opportunities that align with your true purpose. These changes don't happen when you resist, they happen when you allow. It's also important to understand that not all change is immediate. Some transformations take time to unfold. When you plant a seed, you don't see results right away, but with patience and care, it eventually grows into something beautiful. The same is true for the changes you are experiencing now. Trust that even if you can't see the outcome yet, everything is falling into place. Letting go of the past is another crucial step in embracing change. Sometimes we hold on to old habits, relationships, or situations because they feel familiar, even when they no longer serve us. But clinging to the past prevents you from stepping into a better future. When you release what no longer aligns with your growth, you create space for something greater to take its place. Ultimately, embracing change is about choosing growth over fear. It's about stepping into the unknown with the belief that something better is on the horizon. When you fully accept that change is not something to be feared, but something to be welcomed, you unlock doors that once seemed to open as you embrace these signs and shifts in your life. Remember that every great transformation begins with a single step. Change may feel uncertain at times, but it is always leading you towards something greater. The challenges, the discomfort, and even the moments of doubt are all part of the process of growth. Trust that everything is happening for a reason and that you are being guided toward a future that aligns with your highest potential. The key is to stay open, take action, and believe in yourself. You have the power to shape your reality, and the small choices you make today will lead to the big breakthroughs of tomorrow. Let go of fear, embrace new possibilities, and walk forward with confidence. Your life is not just about to change, it is already changing. The best is yet to come, and it all starts with you.